One of crypto's most anticipated open secrets has happened, with Arbitrum finally airdropping their governance token ARB on the 23rd of March.
The Arbitrum airdrop.
Arbitrum ARB airdrop.
The Arbitrum token.
Arbitrum airdrop.
If you haven't checked your eligibility already, chances are you have some free tokens waiting for you if you've done any of these before the 6th of February this year. Now, since we last covered Arbitrum just 5 months ago, the Ethereum L2 solution has made some really impressive progress. Within this short window of time, Arbitrum has cemented itself as one of the biggest household names in crypto, with its TVL doubling to over $1.8 billion in just these 5 months. It's also no stranger to headline-grabbing milestones, including multiple flippenings, where Arbitrum overtook its big brother Ethereum in number of daily transactions or fees on more than one occasion. With its airdrop drumming up even more excitement and attention, it's safe to say that Arbitrum season is well and truly underway. Okay, so first, a bit of a refresher on Arbitrum. So Arbitrum was started by Off-Chain Labs, and it's designed as one of the main L2 solutions to solve Ethereum scalability issues. So there are two types of rollup solutions when it comes to layer 2 blockchains. We have optimistic rollups and ZK rollups. So in both of these, transactions in the layer 2 chains are rolled up into one transaction as an output to be recorded on Ethereum. So this helps to save gas costs and relieve congestion on the mainnet. The rollups in optimistic rollups are considered optimistic because they're assumed to be innocent and correct until proven guilty.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Whereby a transaction's validity can be challenged for up to 7 days. This is the type of rollup that Arbitrum and Optimism use. So here's a little known fact. The chain that we're so used to referring to as just Arbitrum is actually called Arbitrum 1. Now, for those of you who've checked your ARB airdrop eligibility, you might have noticed something called Arbitrum Nova. So Arbitrum Nova was launched in August last year and is actually designed as a sister chain to Arbitrum 1, but one that's optimized and dedicated for gaming and social applications. Arbitrum Nova doesn't have the same decentralization, trustlessness, and permissionlessness security guarantees of its rollup sibling, and this can offer much lower fees. Some of the biggest names in crypto and Web2 are already building on Nova, such as Reddit, who's in the process of launching their community point system on the chain, and then also Google Cloud, SushiSwap, and more. Now, at just 1.9 million TVL, it doesn't quite command the attention and reputation that its sibling does, but with more and more attention being channeled to Arbitrum as a whole, it's not too far-fetched to think that Nova will soon follow after too. Back in its early days, Arbitrum could allow transactions at a throughput of 2,000 to 4,000 TPS, far ahead of Ethereum's limit of 15 transactions per second. Then the team rolled out the Nitro upgrade in just September last year, which blasted the throughput of Arbitrum up to 10 times higher to 40,000 TPS, along with a slew of other improvements. By reducing the amount of data posted to Ethereum with Nitro, transaction costs on Arbitrum were massively reduced. Nitro also brought about several other quality of life changes on the development front, such as improved Ethereum gas compatibility, improved L1 interoperability, Geth tracing for broader debugging support, reduced performance costs for validator nodes by more than 90%, and many, many more. Immediately after the upgrade, transactions on Arbitrum quadrupled. And looking back now, Arbitrum Nitro might have been the fuel that sparked Arbitrum season after all. Soon after their groundbreaking Nitro update, Off-Chain Labs dropped another announcement on their expanded validation lineup in November, which includes well-known organizations such as the Ethereum Foundation, Consensus, Mycelium, L2 Beat, and more. Currently, validation on Arbitrum is permissioned, and the team is in the process of transitioning into a permissionless, decentralized structure. In hindsight, was this their hint of an upcoming governance token? Just last month, Off-Chain Labs announced the release of Stylus, a next-gen programming environment upgrade for both Arbitrum 1 and Arbitrum Nova. With Stylus, users will be able to deploy programs written in their favorite programming languages, including Rust, C, and C++ to run alongside EVM programs on Arbitrum. The result is faster dApps, lower fees, and a more inclusive computing language environment that paves the way for faster developments in the entire Arbitrum ecosystem. So, after all these upgrades and updates leading up to the ARB after, the question remains, what's next after the airdrop? With the release of ARB, Arbitrum will officially transition into a DAO model and put governance power into the hands of the DAO. Users will be expected to vote on proposals that pass through the ArbitrumDAO or delegate their voting power to delegates of their choice. The ArbitrumDAO will collectively have the power to control key decisions, from how Arbitrum's technology is upgraded to how revenue can be used to support the ecosystem. In addition, the Arbitrum Foundation also announced the creation of the Arbitrum Security Council, a 12-member multi-sig of respected community members. The council helps to ensure the security of the chains and will act quickly in the event of a security vulnerability. The launch of Arbitrum Orbit along the ARB token also means that it'll be easier than ever for developers to launch their own customized Layer 3 chains using Arbitrum's infrastructure, paving the way for easier, faster expansion of the entire Arbitrum ecosystem. Will the upcoming launches of ZK EVM or base chains detract attention away from the current king of L2s? That remains to be seen. For now, however, Arbitrum season is here and all eyes are on it now. Want to learn more about Ethereum L2 solutions? Check out our previous video here.